might not want to do it. He's 47, 48, and if you're a Republican, that means you're a teenager. I mean, they tend to run much older candidates. And the fact that he is saying he's been a year as a governor and years as a U.S. attorney, that kind of experience, the executive experience is helpful, but you find a lot of people who've been in that U.S. attorney role have a harder time on the campaign trail. And so it's really probably smart for him to
Norris,
wait.
After John fanned the flames, I went in as the arson inspector and looked around. Let me give you my report. First of all, Chris Christie has some smart people around him. Kelly's absolutely right. His two closest friends are U.S. attorneys, which slows him down. So it slows the decision-making down. But he's also got some very shrewd New Jersey Pauls, and he's got national talent. He has an infrastructure, so if he feels arrogant enough when the time comes, he can jump in. He's not a babe in the woods by any means, however little actual gubernatorial experience he has.
And Cynthia, you know, Chris always says, well, you got to go when the time is right. Is this the right time for him?
This is not the right time for Chris Christie because he realizes there's still a crazy tax that a Republican nominee has to pay at this point. It's absolutely true. You have to cozy up to the birthers. You have to coddle Sarah Palin and Michelle Bachmann. You have to deny human causes of climate change. And that's not who Chris Christie is. At some point in his career as a prosecutor, he supported gun control. If he looks out there, and in fact the Republican field doesn't excite people, and he feels that average base voters are ready to accept a guy from the eastern coast,
New Jersey,
who's more moderate, he might get in. But now is not that moment.
The test this time, according to that same pollster I was talking about who has worked for Chris Christie, is that who is going to be the nastiest, most effective, and most plausible anti-Obama candidate, because that's going to be, you talk about the crazy test, well, the catnip test is going to be who can really take Obama on and look like the biggest critic of Obama. And Chris Christie, by nature, is not exactly that kind of guy.
All right, the crazy tax and the catnip test. All right, when we come back.